vocês? Não. Apaga, apaga. Eu devia ter começado assim. Hi everyone, how are you doing? And why is that? Because this is gonna be my first video in English in my channel, so I'm kind of nervous and I'm gonna try to speak slowly because I haven't figured out yet like how to add subtitles in iMovie, because you guys know that I edit my videos. You guys know that I edit my videos on my iPad or on my phone, and I still haven't figured out that yet. But I know that there's a button down here from YouTube that you can activate subtitles, so you should definitely use it if you can't understand what I'm saying at all, which is pretty possible to happen. So why am I speaking English? Because I'm gonna answer the tag, actually the bilingual tag that was created by Get Germanized, and I'll link the channel down below here in the description box. But basically, I'm gonna answer questions about being bilingual because that's what I am, apparently. But before we get started, I want to apologize for coming here and shooting this video looking like this, because I don't know what has gotten into me lately, but I spent pretty much the whole day sleeping and I still look like I need a whole week of sleep. And that's why I have puffy under eyes and my hair looks like this, because you know when you guys take a nap, I just took a 3-hour nap here and it's 11:30 p.m. and you guys know that when you take a nap your hair just goes like this. So I just want to apologize for looking like this and for all the hair touching thing going on, because my hair is just a mess. Question number 1, what languages do you speak? So I of course speak English, but I also speak Portuguese because I was born in Brazil and that's the language you speak there. Question number 2, would you say you are fluent in both? Of course I'm fluent in Portuguese because I was born there and that was the language I would speak every single day for 21 years until I moved to the United States. And I wouldn't say I'm fluent in English because I know I'm pretty good at it, but sometimes I just forget what I want to say. Like, I don't forget what I want to say, I don't forget the words, or most importantly, I don't know what words or expressions to use, so I tend to talk like this. So it's pretty impressive when I don't. Question number 3, did you grow up speaking both languages? So yes, of course I grew up speaking Portuguese, and I wouldn't say I grew up speaking English, but I've been taking classes. Actually, I've taken classes ever since I can remember, English classes ever since I can remember, but it would be just so like for maybe 2 or 3 hours tops throughout the week. So I wouldn't say I grew up speaking English, but I definitely took classes along the way. Question number 4, which language do you prefer and why? As much as I love speaking English, I would have to go with Portuguese, because Portuguese has some essential words that you guys do not have in English. And I mean, how can you have a conversation without using eita, mano, vixe? It's just way much more fun to speak Portuguese. Everybody should learn Portuguese. Question number 5, which language do you speak in mostly? I would have to go with Portuguese, because even though I live in the US and pretty much everything I do is in English, like I talk to my host parents and my host family in English, and everything I see everywhere is in English. Most of my friends are Brazilians, so we text each other or like call each other the entire day, and of course we speak Portuguese because all of us speak Portuguese, so why wouldn't we speak Portuguese, you know? But yeah, I think I would have to go with Portuguese, but I do speak English very often. Question number 6. What's your favorite word in your second language? My favorite word in English? I think... I don't know, that's really hard. Gente, eu acabei de ver a palavra. Como é que é? Straightforward. Straightforward in Portuguese is something like diretamente ou direto, depende do contexto que você vai usar. Oh, it really depends on like the context you're using it, but I would have to say straightforward. It just makes me feel like I'm smart. I don't know why. Question number 7. What's the translation of that word in your first language? Oh, I just answered it. So it's something like, for example, if you say, I'm gonna be straightforward, but it's something, but I think it depends on the context you're using it, but if you use it in a sentence like, this is a pretty straightforward question, it would be something like in Portuguese. Essa é uma pergunta muito direta. Então, é uma coisa nesse sentido de ser direto. Something like that. Being direto. Question number 8. When do you most often use your second language? I use it every day because I live with the host family, so I have to talk to them in English because they only speak English. So, yeah, every day I communicate in English every day. Question number 9. Do you prefer watching movies dubbed in your first or second language? I prefer not to watch dubbed movies. I prefer to watch movies in their original language. So if I'm watching a movie from Brazil, I want to watch it in Portuguese. And if I'm watching a movie from the US, I want to watch it in English. And if I'm watching a movie from, I don't know, Japan, I want to watch it in Japanese. But then I'll need subtitles because I don't speak Japanese. But I prefer to watch them in their original language. Question number 10. Literally translate your favorite expression or phrase from your second language into your first. I think my favorite, it's probably not my favorite, but it's the one I use more often than among all the expressions I can remember right now, which is worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is na pior das hipóteses. So, for example, I'll ask my mom if I can have ice cream. Worst case scenario, she'll say no, which in Portuguese is, eu vou pedir pra minha mãe pra tomar sorvete e na pior das hipóteses ela vai falar não. So, definitely worst case scenario. Question number 11. Do you code switch, which is switch from one language to another in the middle or after a sentence? I do code switch when, for example, I'm talking to one of my friends, one of my friends from Brazil, and we're speaking Portuguese and talking about something that happened in English. There are certain things you have to say it in the language it happened. So like I'm speaking Portuguese and then I have to say something that happened in English, and then the next thing I'm gonna say, which I wanted to say in Portuguese, I say it in English. So I just get like, it feels like my brain is gonna explode when that happens. Question number 12. Did being bilingual make school harder or easier for you? It definitely made it easier because in Brazil, you have to have English classes at school, which doesn't mean you're gonna learn anything because it's not that good. But it helped me because when I had tests or I had to do it whatever in English at school, I could do it faster, so I would get off school earlier, so that did help. And of course, like being here and I have to study here, it just helps me understand the classes better. Question number 13. What advice would you give someone who wants to become bilingual? I would say apply yourself, because even if you hire a teacher or you pay for a course, it's just not gonna happen. You're not gonna learn if you don't apply yourself. You just can't expect to go to school, sit there for God knows how many hours, and then close your book, go home, and then just open it again when you have the next class. You know, you have to apply yourself. So you have to study at home, and like study on your own, and in all possible ways, so you can improve your listening and your speaking and your writing and your reading. So yeah, apply yourselves. Question number 14. What does being bilingual benefit you nowadays? Being bilingual benefits me in a way that it helps living here, like it makes living here in the US easier, because I can understand pretty much everything what everybody says, and I can communicate with pretty much everybody about all kinds of subjects. So it helps me to feel more comfortable here, I guess. Question number 15. Do you have more friends that speak your first or second language? Definitely my first language. I do have friends who only speak English, or friends who speak like Spanish and then in English, but definitely my first language, Portuguese. And last but not least, what language would you take up next? And that would have to be French. I always wanted to learn French, but I just kind of gave up on that idea because I felt like if I didn't master English, how could I study something else, But now I feel like taking French classes, so we'll see. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm sorry, I'm so sorry if I spoke too fast for you guys who do not speak English. But I'm just kind of nervous answering those questions in English because I don't want to let you guys down, and I don't want to make a fool of myself. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and comment down below. I love reading your comments, and subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you next video. Bye.